Good evening, everybody. I'm Mary Love, and welcome to Country Living. Tonight we're going to have an easy dinner. I'm going to make a chicken and dumpling casserole, except I'm going to add a little bit to it. I'm going to add some mixed vegetables to it, kind of beef it up. More or less, it's going to be like a chicken pot pie instead of a chicken and dumpling thing. We're going to have some fried squash with some onions cut up in them. An easy dinner. Quick, simple, best way to go. Thank you for stopping in. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel after you watch this video, if you like what you hear or like what you see, please consider subscribing. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. Let me know you liked it. So, let's get started. I've got my toaster oven over here. Excuse the dishes in the dish drainer. I ain't emptied it yet. There it is. Got the toaster oven heating up to 400 degrees. Got an eighth of a teaspoon or eighth of a cup of butter. We're going to put in this little pan right here and let that get to melting. Now I am cutting this recipe in half. Seeing how it's just me and my husband, we don't need a 9 by 13 dish because he's not much on leftovers, and depending on what it is, neither am I. I will put the full recipe though down in the description box below for the chicken and dumpling casserole. So, I got my butter in my pan. I'm going to put that in the toaster oven, let this get to melting, and then I'm going to put the other stuff together and get ready to add it all in here. Alright, we'll get you down here where you can see what I'm putting in this here bowl. Alright, this recipe calls for 3 to 4 cups of cooked chicken. You want to make it even simpler, you can get you a rotisserie chicken and use that. 2 cups of chicken broth, 1/4 of a cup of unsalted butter. I don't have any unsalted butter, so I'm going to use regular butter. And I will omit the salt that they call for in the rest of the recipe. Calls for a cup of flour, 1 1/4 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt, a cup of milk, and a 10-ounce can of cream of chicken soup. So, I'm cutting it in half, so I'm going to put about 2 cups of this chicken in here. Probably could measure that out just to make sure it is 2 cups. Oh, I got a 2-cup measuring spoon cup right here. So, we're going to measure out. And yep, I'm using my hands. Chicken's all cooked, my hands are clean, so I'm good to go. Oh, I'm throwing chicken everywhere. I was going to use all of this, but there's a little more chicken there than I thought. So, we're just going to kind of go with it, and that'll work. There we go. 2 cups of chicken. Now I will wash my hands. Alright, get that chicken grease off of them. Now to that chicken, we're going to add, since I'm cutting it in half, we're going to add 1 cup of chicken broth. Let's see here. I guess I could read the directions, huh? Make it a whole lot easier. Oh, flour. I'm adding a 1/2 cup. The baking powder. And we're going to slowly... Oh, I was supposed to add the chicken to the pan. Oh, well. It's all going to the same place. So I don't suppose it really matters. Oh, and the milk. I almost forgot the milk. There we go. Hopefully this turns out. I was supposed to add the chicken to the pan and then pour this mixture over it. I don't think it'll make any difference. I hope not anyways. Now I'm going to add a jar of mixed vegetables that I canned myself, so I'm going to drain the water off of these. Alright, we're going to add those. Mix this up. And you know me, you gotta have the nature seasoning. Can't live without it. We're gonna add some of that. Didn't call for it. A little extra seasoning never hurt nobody. Alrighty, let me get that pan out of the oven over here. I'm going to set this over here on the stove while I pour this in here. That pan's hot and I'm going to set it on my counter. Now looky there, cutting that in half was perfect for making this. So I'm going to put this in a 400-degree toaster oven over here, and it says to bake it for 35 to 45 minutes. And we'll be back here momentarily, and I'll get some squash cut up about halfway through the baking time and get that on to frying. So we'll be right back. Welcome back. I'm going to get this onion down here cut up and get my squash on to cooking. So if you see tears flowing from the eyes, don't worry, it's just this onion. So I'll get you down here where you can see what I'm doing. Whoo, that thing is strong. Good grief. I should have got my little chopper out. I've got my grease in the pan on the stove heating up. So we're going to cut off a little bit more of this onion. Woo! Good grief. Maybe just a little bit more. Mercy. Alrighty, we're going to put this onion in this bowl. Let me grab couple of these squash. Whew. That'll flat out bring some tears to your eyes. Now this squash is out of my husband's garden. I probably should have peeled it. But, yeah, I think I will. Well, nah. I was going to peel it, but I'll just leave it. Now we'll cut this up. I've got some zucchini and one yellow squash. Whew. And my eyes are still watering. That'll make your sinuses go to running. cut this one up. I'm going to get some flour and a little bit of cornmeal and some seasoning on this. Alrighty, got that cut up. Let me grab some flour and a little bit of cornmeal. Get some nature seasoning. Already got it out. Nature seasoning. Put some of that on here. Whew, I need a bigger bowl. That one ain't gonna be big enough. I'll be throwing flour everywhere. Toss that around a little bit. Alrighty. Little bit of cornmeal. Oh, there went my glasses. Little bit of flour. Now I'll throw flour everywhere. Oh. Alrighty. I got the pan over here heating up. Oh yeah, that's hot enough. We're going to dump this in here. Wow, them onions in there. Alrighty. Wash my hands off. I think I'll just go ahead and cut up the rest of this onion and throw that in there too. Since my eyes is already watered, might as well finish it. But I'm going to let these cook a little bit before I flip them or anything. Well, I'll flip them and let them get coated and then leave them alone. Ah! Yeah, I remembered what I forgot to put in the chicken and dumpling casserole. Man, that sucks! Ooh! I knew there was something I forgot. I forgot the cream of chicken soup in the casserole. That's probably going to be a big flop. That's the don't of a recipe. Don't forget to put all the stuff in there. Man, that sucks. I knew I forgot something. Alright, we're going to let those cook. Thank goodness I got more chicken. If that don't turn out, I'll make another one. The dogs will probably like it if it don't turn out. Man, that sucks. be back. Well, here's the first one. As you can see, I forgot the cream of chicken soup in it, so we're going to taste it and see what it tastes like, and if it don't taste good, out it goes, and I'll make another one. This is hot. Actually, I don't taste too bad. Cream of chicken soup or not. It's hot. I got the squash on cooking. Ooh, excuse the black eyes. Them onions, whew, they tear my eyes up. One more bite. Whew, that's hot. Yeah, actually it's not too bad. So, we're good on that. Just trying to think of where I'm going to set it to get it out of the way. This is my hummingbird juice that I got to get my hummingbird feeders and clean them up, fill them back up, put them back out on the porch. We're going to set this hot pan over here on the stove. So, we're going to let this squash cook a little bit longer and dinner will be done. So, we'll be right back. Alright, well, let's show you what I got down here. This is the chicken and dumpling casserole, which I forgot to put the cream of chicken soup in, but it still turned out alright. Here's my fried zucchini. So I'm going to fix me a plate. We'll give it a taste test and we'll go from there. Let me grab me a plate. Yeah, I just knew that casserole wasn't going to turn out good with forgetting that cream of chicken soup, but sometimes things just work out. Alrighty, grab me some of this casserole here. Grab me a fork. We'll give it a taste test. Now I tasted the casserole a while ago, because if it didn't taste good, I was going to make another one. That'll work. Man, you just can't beat fried squash. That is just delicious. I think he planted some okra plants. I'm not sure. Can't remember. But I like fried okra too. Excuse me. Well, I hope you'll give these recipes a try. I will put the recipe for the chicken and dumpling casserole in the description box. I'll put the full recipe. As I said, I cut it in half for just me and my husband. Wasn't no sense in making a big 9x13 pan of it. So, it'll be in the description box. And the hummingbird juice that I made, if you're wondering how I made that, that's 4 cups of water to 1 cup of sugar. I usually do about 12 cups of water and 3 cups of sugar because I make a triple batch so that I can fill all my feeders up out front. Put that on to let it boil. Once it comes to a boil, you let it boil for about 5 minutes. Then turn it off and let it cool off completely. And then fill your feeders up, and hummingbirds will come from miles around. So, with that, I'm going to close this out. Had something in my tooth. But, like I said, I hope you'll give these recipes a try. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you have a comment, and I hope you do, please be kind. My prayer for you is that you'll wake up in the morning refreshed and renewed, ready to meet a new day. With each new day, you have a new slate. Make the best of it. You see somebody that needs help, help them out. If it ain't nothing but just a smile, because when you walk by a stranger, you don't know what kind of day they're having, you don't know what they're going through, and a smile might be just what it takes to lift them up. So give them a smile. Tell them God bless you. I hope you'll come back. If you're new to my channel, I hope by the end of this video you will have decided to subscribe to my channel. If you do, hit that bell notification so that every time I upload a new video, you'll get notified of it. And with that, I will sign off and say this is Mary Love at Country Living, and I hope you have a wonderful and very blessed evening. Good night.